when we get into perspectives, this has changed. This is a person that comes in, doc, I got back pain. That's perspective. First thing is nobody is wrong. Chiropractors think they can fix everything. Is that a perspective? I don't believe in chiropractic. Is that a perspective? Is that a wrong perspective? Yep, it's exactly wrong. No, obviously. We don't know what shoes they've walked in. So when you accept all perspectives, so rather than say, well, I don't believe in chiropractic. What's the typical one-liner the whole chiropractic professions use? It's so freaking tired, it's like beating a dead horse. Gravity. Have you ever changed a person's perspective with a gravity analogy? Can you count on one hand? Then why do we keep doing the same frickin' thing for 118 years? Here's a really good thing. Gee, Mr. Jones, why do you think that? When I find out why it's like that. Well, my dad was a medical doctor and he had a chiropractor once and, you know, he had back pain and then he went to my dad and he had cancer. Dumbass chiropractors, blah, 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 blah. Right? That's a pretty valid objection. So now you would have to, is that very different than, well, my brother, every time he comes from, well, he's a chiropractor, rant, rave. My sister's a medical doctor and they get in fights all the time and I don't want anything to do with either of them. They're always creating strife in the family on Thanksgiving. Is that a very different objection than my dad's a medical doctor versus I heard this thing from a guy in church? You know what I mean? Or my neurologist told me. Those are all different objections. Is a gravity analogy going to solve those objections? No. Logic does not eliminate an emotional objection. Changing their emotions changes an emotional objection. So what you have to do, the first thing is totally accept their perspective. He's like, no, I don't know if I can do that. I'm kidding. They have one way of seeing things because of the way they've been through their life. Now what you're doing is giving them an opportunity to re-examine their viewpoint. Old things pass away, all things become new. So how do you change perspective? Number one, you got to be in the moment. Level 3 listening, so you can even hear what they're saying. If your agenda to convince them is so strong, you don't even hear their perspective. Because their perspective many times is one word or one emotion. And that one word will be in the middle of a paragraph. And if you're listening to the whole thing and you're not paying attention, your agenda is so strong, you miss that one word. That one word is the key to an emotion. It opens the door to their consciousness. Their perspective is one word. So you got to be present. Next, you ask a powerful question. Why? Questions change focus. Questions change focus. When a person says, what's my insurance cover? What's their focus on? Money. What should their focus be on? Their health. Your focus never changes. The only way that you can change another person's focus is to have your focus be so grounded and rooted that you're able to ask a question to bring them from point A to point B. But if you don't hear their perspective, you don't know what they're focusing on. And that's all the question is changes focus. That's how you handle objections, is you change their focus with a question. That's it. It's really easy. And then third, change geography. When you change their position, change their physical body, and make them move, you create a neurological interruption. If I say, Spencer, can you stand up and get from sitting up and standing over here? You don't have to do that. But then I'll go, well, you can be in the middle of an argument, blah, 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 blah. This is why, this is why. You know what? Can you stand over here? What's he have to do? Stop talking. He has to stop thinking and think about, okay, I'll go stand over there. Or, no, I'm not standing over there. But what's he focusing on? Where he's standing, not about fighting about insurance. Right? So you change geography is also a way of shifting focus. So if a person absolutely will not change their focus no matter what you do, then change their body.